For decades, Iran and Israel fought a hidden war: spies, sabotage, cyber attacks, and assassinations, all beneath the surface. This was a modern Cold War, a dangerous dance of moves and countermoves, each side trying to hurt the other without triggering all-out conflict. But shadows don't last forever. Now the secret war has erupted into open confrontation. Drones and missiles fly directly between the two countries. The old rules are gone. The world watches as these regional powers face off in the open. The question is no longer if they'll fight, but how far this will go. Is this a limited clash, or the start of a catastrophic war that could reshape the Middle East? The long secret war is over. A new, unpredictable conflict has begun. The stakes have never been higher. The world holds its breath. Once, Iran and Israel were quiet partners, sharing intelligence and cooperating against common threats. Under the Shah, Iran offered oil and access. Israel provided technology and expertise. They weren't friends, but they had shared interests, both pillars of American strategy in the region. This partnership was erased in 1979. The Iranian Revolution toppled the Shah and brought Ayatollah Khomeini to power. The new Islamic Republic saw Israel as an enemy, not a partner. Ties were cut, the Israeli embassy closed, and hostility became official policy. Opposition to Israel became central to Iran's identity and foreign policy. The quiet cooperation vanished, replaced by decades of anger and mistrust. The revolution didn't just change Iran, it redrew the region's alliances. Two former partners became bitter rivals. The collision course was set. The Middle East would never be the same. At the heart of the Iran-Israel conflict is the fear of nuclear weapons. Iran claims its nuclear program is peaceful, but Israel and the West see a looming threat. Israel has fought a secret war to stop Iran's nuclear ambitions. Cyber attacks like Stuxnet, sabotage, and assassinations of nuclear scientists. These covert actions aim to delay Iran's progress without sparking open war, but each attack fuels Iran's determination and pushes the conflict closer to the brink. The secret war is a vicious cycle: attack, response, escalation. Both sides are locked in a dangerous game. The nuclear question remains unresolved, and the stakes keep rising. Iran and Israel have mostly fought through proxies, not directly. Iran's axis of resistance, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza and others, surrounds Israel with threats. Iran arms and funds these groups, letting them strike Israel while keeping its own hands clean. Israel responds with wars and targeted strikes, especially in Lebanon, Gaza, and Syria. This proxy war has devastated countries like Lebanon and Syria, and risks wider conflict. As Israel strikes harder at these groups, the line between proxy and direct war blurs. The buffer is shrinking, the danger of direct confrontation grows. The region remains on edge. The old rules shattered in April 2024. An Israeli airstrike killed senior Iranian commanders in Damascus, a direct hit on Iranian interests. Iran responded with its first-ever direct missile and drone attack on Israel, launching over 300 projectiles. Israel, with help from allies, intercepted nearly all of them. The world watched as both sides crossed lines once thought untouchable. Israel's counterstrike hit an airbase near Isfahan, sending a message but avoiding all-out war. Both sides stepped back from the brink, but the taboo against direct attacks is gone. Now the conflict includes missile salvos, cyber attacks, and tit-for-tat strikes on ships and infrastructure. The war is out in the open, fought on every front. Each move risks catastrophic escalation. The region is more volatile than ever. The margin for error is razor thin. One miscalculation could ignite a regional war. The world is watching, hoping restraint prevails. The stakes have never been higher. The Iran-Israel conflict is shaped by global powers. The U.S. is Israel's key ally, providing military aid and support, crucial in recent clashes. Iran, isolated by sanctions, has grown closer to Russia and China. Russia and Iran cooperate in Syria and exchange military technology. China buys Iranian oil, keeping Iran's economy afloat. The Abraham Accords brought new Arab-Israeli alliances, united by fear of Iran. These shifting alliances make the region unpredictable. The US urges restraint, Russia and China back Iran diplomatically. The conflict is now a stage for global competition. Every move has worldwide consequences. Behind the headlines, ordinary people pay the price. In Iran, sanctions have crippled the economy, causing poverty and hardship. Protests erupt as citizens demand freedom and a better life, risking everything. In Israel, civilians live under constant threat. Rockets, sirens, and bomb shelters are part of daily life. The psychological toll is immense, especially for children. Leaders on both sides use the conflict to unite their people, but it silences calls for peace. The human cost is fear, loss, and lost potential. Families struggle, dreams are deferred. The victims are those who never chose this war. Their suffering is the true tragedy of this conflict. In 2025, the Middle East is more tense than ever. The shadow war has become open violence. Both sides prepare for further confrontation. Israel launches preemptive strikes. Iran readies its missiles. Iran's nuclear program is closer than ever to weapons capability, raising Israeli anxiety. Iran threatens to leave the Non-Proliferation Treaty, removing oversight. The nuclear clock is ticking. Proxy wars continue. Hamas and Hezbollah weakened, but other Iranian-backed groups remain active. The Houthis disrupt shipping. Militias in Iraq launch attacks. The US tries to mediate, but mistrust runs deep. Iran's ties with Russia and China strengthen its resolve. The region is a tinderbox. One mistake could spark a devastating war. The Iran-Israel conflict stands at a crossroads. One path leads to escalation, missile strikes, nuclear arms, and a war that could engulf the region and the world. The cost would be catastrophic, shattered economies, millions displaced, and unimaginable human suffering. Yet another path remains: diplomacy. It demands courage, compromise, and international effort. Israel's security fears must be addressed, Iran's regional role acknowledged. A new nuclear agreement could trade real limits for sanctions relief. Peace seems distant, but the alternative is too terrible to accept. The choice is between endless conflict and a fragile hope for peace. The world's leaders face a defining test. Their decisions will shape the future of the Middle East. The stakes are nothing less than war or peace. The time to choose is now.